What's up, guys? How's it going? Glad to have you back here at the Crown One, and we're gonna jump right into it. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell for the latest updates on the latest uploads. And I'm jumping into an article that was posted, I want to say around last week. And it's this video game. It's a novel video game called Gate Zero, and it's from the Bible X company, or I believe it's a nonprofit Christian organization that's been developing a game that's going to be referencing the Bible. Right now, they have the demo released, and I've been playing it, and it's been fun just learning about scripture and just seeing how the Bible is lived throughout that time. So let's go ahead and jump into the article, and let's see what FaithWire is saying about the video game. And it says, new video game aims to help young people experience Jesus in powerful new ways. And I'm excited about this game. As I said, it's going to be in the demo version. So they give you about 20 minutes of gameplay. So this is going to be written by Hallowell, and the producer of a new Bible-themed video game is on a mission to help young people engage in scripture in a powerful and transforming way. And then it also talks about it has more and more young people are leaving the faith. Arv Soli, which is the founder, or I believe is a developer of the game Gate Zero, in his new interactive game, wants to help young people re-engage the faith by way of this video game. And he quotes as saying, "We really want to dive into creating a video game for the younger generation to be able to experience Jesus and to be able to get familiar with the stories and the events from the Bible." What he had recently said during an interview with CBN FaithWire. So I agree with them. It seems like our youth is kind of falling away from the faith. And this isn't one of those things where we start to point fingers. And I kind of want to get that cleared out the way. We're not accusing anybody of anything here. But there is a recognized reality that our youth is exponentially pulling away from our faith based on a lot of statistics. They even present some here later in this paragraph where it talks about 41% of teens never using the Bible and just 20% read one weekly. That's one time a week reading the Bible. Now, I'm going to be honest. There may be one time, there may be one day that I may miss, and that's because it's midnight and I haven't actually read my scripture yet, because sometimes I get to bed after midnight, but it's still on a daily basis. So the point I'm getting to is that people aren't reading the Bible as much as they have back in, I would say, probably last century. Just from my own personal perception, I would say. Nothing I'm saying right now is scientifically statistical. But from my own personal perception, it just seems like people are less engaged with the Bible, especially when you look at, what we might see on TV. And it's not saying, everybody's not going to believe what we believe. But we do see a downward trend when it comes to just reading the Bible or having any attachment to our Christian faith. So the game might be the only, this little pop up here. Let's get rid of that. I think I'm already subscribed. So lost my place here. This game might be the only Bible some people read. So that's basically what we want to do. Solely continue. We want to take the players back to origin, back to zero, and make them able to dive into the huge world of the biblical stories and events. And I can attest to this because I've been playing the demo, I want to say, for the past month. They're still working out a few bug fixes, minor glitches within the game, and that just comes with software development overall, because even though we're playing a game, it really is still software. And that's something they've been working out. But in my experience playing the game, they have things that are just blows my mind as far as referencing scripture, definitely referencing Jesus, whom the scriptures surround. And it just takes you through not only the scriptures, but also the culture of that day. So what it is, I'm going to jump ahead of what I'm supposed to be reading here. It's it's set in the current day. The setting of the game is set in the current day in a dystopian society. in 2072. And actually, it's right here in my next paragraph, 2072. And the Bible is, within the game, the Bible is banned. Scripture is banned. You know, being a Christian, you know, you're going to be persecuted within this society. And it looks, you know, just from the setting, looks like a westernized society. And you're underground, you know, you're Christians underground, much like you see today in certain other nations where Christians have to go underground in order to express their faith. But here in the video game, you're actually sent back in time to solve a mystery of your grandmother, who has long since passed, who was a Bible-believing Christian, and she left mysteries for them to solve. I believe it would have been those mysteries that she left for them to solve would have probably been current day. But the grandchildren who were on this quest actually create a time machine to go back to the actual biblical times during the time of Jesus. So you actually get a chance to see the temple. You see the holies, the Holy of Holies, the holy seat, where you see the cherubim, the Ark of the Covenant, and just diving down into the detail of this video game and seeing how vast the field of the video game is. I mean, it takes your breath away, because this is something that some of us will never ever be able to witness, or haven't witnessed. We only hear it through the Bible, or we may see drawings or artwork, and this is just another expression of that artwork. But you get to have a digitally immersive experience playing Gate Zero, and you get a chance to learn about it's called the lampstand, but it's a menorah candle. It's a seven candle lampstand that burns 24/7. If you ever get a chance to read scripture. And I like the fact that it's also pointing you to scripture, because a lot of those things are, all of those things are pointing to what we were reading in the Bible. But it has those different articles within the temple. It has the showbread and how it's baked. It just goes into real finite detail. So these guys have been putting in their work, and definitely value them for it. I actually made a donation when I first got the notification. I want to say 2 months ago, made the donation, and they also had their Kickstarter. So this actually is a continuation of the game. So here, let me jump over here real quick. It says 3 weeks before this event was going to be held, COVID came. Now, they had made a digital creation which didn't get any gameplay or any use during that year, and that was due to COVID. Of course, they were saying everything was canceled, and they were left with a model of what was called back then Second Temple, and didn't know what to do with it. So with the world suddenly shutting down, again, this is back to COVID, Soli and his team got creative, morphing the digital effort into a full-scale video game, giving campers a deeper, wider look at the Bible. And this game was originally created for Bible Camp. Again, what he was saying didn't get any gameplay. So now 3 years later, after the fact, after them having a novel idea to expand upon it, Gate Zero is scaling the project to create an inspirational experience for young people around the globe. And he's quoted saying, "We believe that the younger generation, they need to get familiar with the Bible, and they need to, at least when they are taking decisions in life, they need to be able to understand on what ground they are taking the decisions." And he said, so we see the gaming medium as a really, really effective way of giving them context, telling the stories, and also interact with the stories. And even so, they are able to understand the significance of the message that Jesus came with. It seems the idea is resonating in a big way. And this is going into their Kickstarter, which what they said shattered their goal, bringing them well over $300,000. And I'm happy to say that I made my donation. I don't know if it was to the Kickstarter or to the initial project, but just to see that they're making headways. $300,000 to develop a video game is a lot. like it's when it comes to donations, because again, this is an independent organization. It's a lot different when you're associated with gaming companies like Bethesda or Respawn, and I mean, they have their place most definitely, but when you get that type of funding just from a Kickstarter, that's a lot. That's a lot. I mean, it lets you know that people are they show their belief with their pocket, that they believe in the project. So pretty awesome. As I was saying earlier, fans can currently play the 20-minute Gate Zero. Sorry, getting tongue twisted here. Gate Zero demo with Soli and his team, planning to release a full version of the game featuring 30 stories. Oh wow, 30 stories from the Gospels in 2024. And the link's here, but I'll also have the link in the description that you can check out for yourself. They also have a Kickstarter. I don't know if they're done with the donations of the Kickstarter, but if you want to kick in for it, go. I would encourage you to. And this is also a great family-friendly game. I've been playing a couple demos. There were some. I tried to do uploads the last 2 times, and it was just some technical difficulties with the game. I wasn't able to do the uploads that I want, but I'll also leave those links of the demos that I had done, so you can check out for yourself. You'll also see it on the end of my banner page, which you're probably going to see within a few seconds. But don't forget to like, comment, subscribe on what you guys think, and I hope that this will also pave the way for our youth to connect with Scripture, because it may be the only Bible that they ever read. Hopefully that may not be the case. It encourages them to be led to the Bible, to read the Bible, and to have that relationship with Jesus. But with that being said, I want to thank you guys for your support. Don't forget to check out the link in the description. Look, I want to encourage you guys to check it out and let me know what your thoughts are, and I'll talk to you guys later.